the real brand evangelist is the customer. Now, if you go to a customer and say that first talk about my brand, he or she will never talk about it. Now, there are only two things because of which a customer might want to talk about your brand. One is that he or she should be extremely happy with your product or service, and that can be only achieved with a good product or service. It cannot be achieved with that. But the overall experience the customer is getting with your brand. And second thing is the customer should feel very proud being associated with the brand. I own it. I have an iPad, I have this, I have a Samsung, whatever it is. So once these two things are achieved, still, there is still a motivation needed for the customer to talk about it. One is that he or she should feel that I'm being heard, that I'm influencing somebody. And secondly, there should be some platform where he could vouch his opinion or anything. Now, I feel brands need to create such platforms. It could be many brands I've seen that they block their Facebook wall post. Nobody can post it, so people go and post it in their wall. So I keep it open. Let people post it. Acknowledge people on Twitter. Go and if somebody writes a blog on your brand, keep a track of it. Go and acknowledge that. Give it publicity on your platform. So all these things, create an online community. If you have a product, create an online community. Invite criticism also. It doesn't harm. Invite that. Acknowledge it. Answer it. So I think like this, if we do, people will come and talk. It's such an open world. People just want to talk about it. Just give them right platform to talk about it, so that they won't go and everywhere. Even if you don't create it, they will anyway talk offline or online. It's in your hands.
Then again, I think negative comments come faster than the positive ones.
But
I would probably, because I will probably talk about Flipkart because I ordered yesterday, I got it today. Okay, cool. But I don't know if I'll go and talk about my car directly. I have this car and it's really running well and everything. That will not happen. So there also I think it gets invited to a few things people would want to talk about. And
yeah, again, as I said, if negative people talk because they want.
Even if something flight is late by 10 minutes, people will talk about it because they have nothing to do at the airport.
Yeah.
All they do is keep tweeting.
Why do people talk so much when any new iPad got launched? People wanted to talk about it because it was trending on Twitter.
Yeah.
They want to be heard.
Yeah.
So they have okay, I am current, I am updated, I am talking, I am in the stream. And secondly, if suppose I have a BlackBerry, I will talk about it if I have a good experience with their customers. I see so many tweets. Airtel, I think Saurav Jain recently he tweeted that I had a great experience with Airtel support. And so if people have good experience, again it boils down to your experience. If you are truly happy with the brand, you will talk about it. And
one thing, sorry to interrupt, but that negative comment thing which said, in fact negative comment it's actually an opportunity for the brand to, it is the biggest thing, even more than positive comment. If a brand can, if someone has said negatively, if they can respond to it and ensure that negative is converted into positive, that is equivalent to about 100 positive comments.
I agree.
That is the biggest opportunity. So they should never shy away from being open and saying that negative comment aaya to main kya karu. That's the absolute wrong thing which a brand can do. Let people talk negatively, understand it, and they should actually say that we are trying to do this, we have done this to ensure that from now onwards, the negative experience will not be there because we have done so. So it's a great opportunity for the brand to actually convert the negative into positive. So
I have a personal experience to share on this. Before I started with Midas Touch, I used to work for a company which had an e-learning product. And one of the biggest influencers, one of the biggest e-learning gurus, so to say, she reviewed the product and she wrote few positive things and lot of negative things. She ended the review in a way that I never thought that I will appreciate a product which has frustrated me so much. Okay, that was her, and we couldn't imagine. I think we weren't ready to handle that kind of comment. That's the kind of stir it generated. Patty Chang said this about this product and a lot of things. And it did two things good for the product, that we got good feedback from her negative comments, that improved the product.
Yeah.
And obviously, certain things she couldn't get from our marketing material, which was another feedback that we need to say it in this way. Yeah. And the best part came after this, that she again reviewed it after we re-released the new version of the product, and she said that I'm very pleased that brands take
we are in Zomato's office. In the middle, there was a controversy. I don't know whether you would like to talk about it or not. But there was a huge controversy between Zomato and one more of their competitors. I'm not going to name them. But according to me, that was probably an opportunity when Zomato said something to them about XYZ. It was a great opportunity for them to actually convert it by doing certain things. But a lot of times brands go on defensive immediately. SNA. It's absolutely wrong. So that negative is a good thing if you can convert it into a positive. Brand can exploit it big time.
I think there's an art involved in converting it into a positive.
Yes.
You guys face a lot of, because we are a very public brand in terms of traffic and eating out is a very basic habit, right? So every day, 3 times a day, someone has the opportunity to kind of tweet or write about it. But here's the thing: there's a lot of criticism, and not only us, a lot of other brands which are e-commerce or online brands, because they have traffic, they have that much of risk of people giving that negative feedback. Now it depends on how smartly you play it over there, because we have a very nice weapon nowadays. It's called a sad smiley. It works really well in your favor when you just accept the fact that we could be wrong, not a problem. In fact, sometimes brands tend to take customers for granted, saying that they don't have an IQ to make out whether this conversation happening is a genuine one or not. We are a brand, but a brand is like it has eyes, ears, it can feel everything. If a brand can commit a mistake like a human, people understand that fact. Unfortunately, CEOs of brands don't understand.
Very good.
And just to add one example with this, when he's telling us, you know about this guy, Anand Mahindra, right? A fantastic, fabulous guy. I'm not seeing any CEO conversing like this. But he's not and this happened in front of our eyes on the Twitter. There was a guy who tweeted and saying that for the last 3 months, I have a problem in my vehicle. This is the place, this is the shop. And you won't believe it. Within 3 hours, this problem was solved. Why? Anand Mahindra was doing this. And another example is, personal example, I am a frustrated customer of Tata Docomo, right? 3G, right? For the last 4 months, I've been struggling to show them all proofs that first, there is no 7.5 Mbps speed, you need less than 1 Mbps speed in Greether. And Akosha, this is another brand who helped us. And what we did is that we tagged their CEO. You know what? 2 months ago, this guy called up, sir, we don't know your address, so we can't follow you, so your case is closed. The moment this tweet happened, within a half an hour, that guy was standing just right next to my door, saying that we want to solve your problem. And when you have a good product, you have brand that just build up for you. So in a way, for example, when you talk about negative, we are scared that people will talk about negative. But if you have a good product, if you have a good content, people will support you. The people who read you, people who love you, they will come and say, boss, this is not right. We have seen it, we have reviewed it, we know this product. And at the end of the day, we are all humans, we understand. But we think that negative comments will hurt us, not like that. There are people who like you, who support you, and they will stand up for you and say, okay, because there are some trolls who are sitting there and say kind of them, and these people can be, your own brand evangelists will support you.
I had the experience with Fastfood actually. We have time. So once the order came a little late and it wasn't warm or something, so I just tweeted that Fastfood, your service is declining. And immediately in 5 minutes they said that what did you order and we would like to replace it, and fast service, within half an hour it was replaced. I tweeted that you are great on social media and everything. They retweeted it saying just thank you.
Fastfood, they don't get defensive ever. They will always recognize and acknowledge
and solve the problem, don't forward the conversation.
Yeah.
That's it. Solve it. That's also good.
Alright, our next question is directed to both Parag and Saurabh. How do influencers and brand evangelism play an important role in increasing your sales?
So basically, essentially we are a product startup, we sell t-shirts. So now it's slightly different from when you have a content website versus you're selling products. So for us actually, any happy customer is actually our brand evangelist.